It's the Arsenal FC. Oh, beautiful, beautiful day. I woke up and Arsenal are the FA Cup champions. Let's go.
Oh yeah. I'm not the type of brother to play with. See a lot of people acting like all ball players sounding like haters. We the young kings of this generation, oh yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Pitchside with Parker. Of course, I had to make a video. Arsenal have won the FA Cup. It was a wonderful game yesterday. 2-1 win over Chelsea. A game filled with drama and controversy, and a very beautiful goal to seal it from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, our hero, our savior, our captain, and Arteta lifting the trophy. In this video, I'm going to talk about the game a little bit and then talk about moving forward, what this means for Arsenal. What's the next steps for Arsenal? Where does the club go from here? Because I was talking about in the last video how big of an impact this game would have on the future of Arsenal, and there were kind of two paths. So now that Arsenal has won, what are the next steps for Arsenal moving ahead towards next season, and where does it put the club in the grand scheme of things? So let's talk about the game. I mean, as happy as I am now, within the first 5 minutes, Christian Pulisic had danced through Arsenal's defense, and I was thinking Baku 2.0. I was worried. I was feeling like, oh God, here we go again. Arsenal in final. Chelsea have done it again. I told y'all before the game, these were the people I was worried about. Giroud and Pulisic. Go back to the last video. If you didn't watch it, I said this in the preview. And who combines for the goal? Pulisic starts the whole move. It makes its way into the box. Giroud flicks it around the corner for him. And I would say some poor defending from Arsenal. Kieran Tierney obviously trying not to give away a penalty, but very well taken by Pulisic either way. A huge moment for him, and everybody's kind of thinking, wow, this is a big moment for him personally. One of the biggest goals an American has ever scored overseas, really, if we're being honest. And Chelsea were in the driver's seat. At that point in the game, it just looked like it was going to be another collapse from Arsenal. But in any case, Arsenal gets back into the game. Aubameyang wins a penalty on an outstanding through ball from Kieran Tierney. Aubameyang actually never touched the ball again until he hit the penalty. The ball was so perfect that he just let it float through in behind. He sealed off Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta brought him down. Aubameyang gets the penalty, and you could see Caballero in goal. All he could do was pray. I don't know if y'all remember that right before Aubameyang took the penalty, but whoever Caballero was praying to, he might need to reevaluate that, because I don't think God himself could have saved that penalty from Aubameyang. Just tucked it perfectly into the corner, and you could just see it in Aubameyang's eyes. He was not going to miss that, and it set up oh so perfectly for the second goal, where Arsenal hit on the break, and Aubameyang was open at the back post. He gets it, and you're thinking, okay, we know what he does here. Touch inside, curl it to the far post, just like he did on the breakaway against City, just like he's done so many times in his lengthy career, including his Arsenal career. Well, that's what Kurt Zouma was thinking as well, and then Aubameyang yanks it inside, chips the goalie with the left foot, and again, Caballero left stranded. What a fit. Like, that goal, I said this on Twitter, I don't know if y'all agree, but you remember Messi's goal against Boateng in the Champions League, where he dropped Boateng? It was almost the exact same move. It was the fake cut inside, then back to the end line, then chip with the weak foot over the goalie. And while Messi's was slightly more impressive because he actually made Boateng fall, and it was over Manuel Neuer, Aubameyang's goal was basically just a perfect reverse image of that. So I think that should go down as one of his best goals of his career. And oh, it just sent us into a joy. I think I speak for all Arsenal fans. Enough to bring it home. It was a really choppy and disjointed end to the game, but Arsenal have gotten a lot better at seeing out games under Arteta, and they did it well enough to claim the trophy. So I don't think it was either team's best performance, but Arsenal, I think, deserved to win, and Chelsea will be disappointed in the let-off. I am going to say I do feel for the Chelsea fans because some of the refereeing in this game was really bad. That being said, I don't think the calls on any of the goals were wrong. The only thing I found to be a really appalling decision was the second yellow on Kovacic. I think that should have been just a regular foul. I think it was a foul, but definitely not a yellow card. No reason for him to get sent off. But you know what? I remember the game against Chelsea in December when Jorginho should have gotten sent off for a second yellow and didn't. So I don't feel too bad. Arsenal's been the victim of some fraudulent VAR this season, so look, I'm just going to count it as karma, and I'll take the FA Cup trophy for sure. You can see how much this meant to Arsenal, man. Like, Emi Martinez, I think, first of all, deserves a shout-out. He's been at Arsenal for 10 seasons, and he's always been a backup. He's gone on loan to countless different clubs, and he's finally finding his way at Arsenal, and I think he's made a really good case that he should be the starting goalkeeper next season. I'm sure there will be a lot more debate on that topic, but in any case, for now, you could see how much it meant to Martinez. You know, in the time that he's been at Arsenal, Arsenal's won 4 FA Cups, and yet he's never been a part of one. So it was really special for him. It was great to see Lacazette and Aubameyang getting their first trophy. You know, it was cool to see some of the repeat guys who have won a couple get another one, in terms of like Hector Bellerin was one of those. Mesut Ozil would have been one of those, but he was actually in Turkey during the game. I don't really know how to explain that one. Apparently he had permission to not be there, but they didn't say why he wasn't in London. I would have expected him to at least be at the game or something. But yeah, that was a weird one. But yeah, and then for Arteta as well, just, you could tell that he felt a bit vindicated having won the trophy, because he has really turned Arsenal around since he came in. I think anybody who has watched Arsenal before and after Arteta came in knows that. But still, there was nothing really to show for it, because Arsenal finished 8th. I think they were 10th when he took over. So really, in terms of the table, he didn't make a huge improvement. But he really has improved this team. Anybody who watched can see that. And now he's got a case to make. He said, look, I've been here for 6 months and we won the FA Cup. And it was all him, because Arsenal's FA Cup journey started in January. And he got every single win there. Put a little bit of respect on Arsenal's championship run, because for the team that they have to win silverware, this was Arsenal's worst season in 25 years. And they still end up with an FA Cup trophy. Pretty incredible, and shows you the levels of the club. And hopefully that's a case for some momentum going forward, because now I want to talk about, what does this mean for Arsenal in the future? Obviously, it's a great accomplishment for now, but as I said in my last video, the biggest difference that it makes winning the FA Cup and therefore qualifying for Europa League is money. All right, Arsenal will immediately get an injection of about 30 million for qualifying to play in Europe. I think you get a bit of a winner's fee for FA Cup as well. So this is huge for Arsenal financially. I mean, there were some reports going around recently that Arsenal's transfer budget was around 30 million. I don't really believe these type of reports, but if you do believe them, then that means that their budget has now been doubled, essentially. So what should Arsenal spend that on? If you're an Arsenal fan, or anybody else really, go to the comments right now and drop me a comment and tell me who would be your #1 transfer target this window, and what position is most important for Arsenal to fix, because there are certainly some gaps in the team. I think the midfield is very thin. Arsenal have been screaming out for a top center back for a long time. I think left wing could be improved. Certainly need some creativity in the midfield. There's a lot of areas that Arsenal could potentially splash some cash on. So who would you buy? There's been a lot of rumors, as there always are around Arsenal, but some of the top names that have been thrown around: Wilfried Zaha, maybe Jack Grealish if we're thinking about Premier League players, Thomas Partey, Gabriel from Lille, he's a center back. Philippe Coutinho has been in the news a lot recently. There's been a lot of different players, and at several different positions, but actually Arsenal's mostly been linked with attackers outside of Partey and a few center back targets here and there. But what do you think is most important for Arsenal? For me, I think the midfield is the most important area. I said this in the keeper sell video that I did a while ago for Arsenal, but it remains true for me, is that the midfield is the weakest area for Arsenal. There are no real creative attacking mid threats if you don't count Ozil, because it seems at this point like he's not playing and won't really be involved very much. And without him, Arsenal's most creative player is who? Ceballos? Joe Willock? Maybe? But neither of them are really like elite creators. So I think that would benefit Arsenal a lot. And then in the other hand, the defensive part of the midfield is actually really shaky as well. I mean, Xhaka and Ceballos formed a nice partnership towards the end of the season, but ultimately Ceballos is still very shaky defensively. I think he's good in a deeper position because it gives him more time on the ball to dribble and make passes, but defensively, he can be gotten very easily. And with Xhaka, he's more of a rock defensively, but as Arsenal fans, we know the issues that Xhaka has. He's not very mobile. He's got a mistake in his game. He can spray passes all over the field, but he can't cover a lot of ground, and he can't progress the ball himself, which is an issue that Arsenal has. Who could fix these problems? I'm going to say Thomas Partey, because in addition to being a rock defensively and somebody who can cover a massive area of the pitch, like, he's played in Simeone's system where defense is at the front of everything, and he's got that commitment and that willingness, and he can put in a tackle, and he can cover a ton of ground because he's used to playing in a midfield 2, which Arsenal doesn't have a lot of players who can do that. But what that means is that he's great going forward and back, and he's used to covering a lot of ground, which could be very, very useful to Arsenal, somebody that versatile in midfield. He's actually one of the best dribblers in Europe. If you look at the stats in terms of, I think it's dribbles completed, he has one of the highest percentages in Europe of all midfielders. So don't just think of him as a defensive signing. He would help the attack a lot, but I think that would bring so much balance to the midfield. And if you ask me, he should be Arsenal's #1 transfer target. I also think Arsenal should look into a defender as well. The issue being some of the top names are off the market right now. Nathan Ake has gone to Manchester City. Koulibaly seems like he's going to stay at Napoli. Upamecano just signed a new deal with Red Bull Leipzig. Some of the upper echelon elite names that Arsenal could have gotten have been taken off the market, but there still could be good options out there. I think Gabriel is a good option. I've seen them linked to Diego Carlos. Pretty much anything will be an upgrade at that position for Arsenal. As they bring Saliba in, I think he will be very important as well. Yeah, I think Arsenal certainly need to sign a center back as well in order for this to be a complete window. And lastly, the biggest signing that Arsenal can make right now is Aubameyang. Let's get that sorted first of all before we talk about anything else, before we think about bringing in any more attacking players. He won Arsenal the FA Cup. A brace in the semifinal, a brace in the final. He is elite. He is incredible. And as long as he stops doing front flips after he scores, I think he can play another 5 years. Oh, those make me so nervous. But he is in great shape. I'm not worried about him declining. If you want to give him a 3-year contract, if that's what he's asking for, do it, Arsenal. Lock him up. Do what you have to. He is elite. He's the best player in this team by far. And he is the reason that Arsenal have done anything this season. Without his goals in the Premier League, Arsenal would have been nearly relegated. Without his goals in the FA Cup, Arsenal would not have a trophy this season. He is the best striker in the Premier League. Do not talk to me about that. He's better than Harry Kane. He's had a better season than Aguero this year. Right now, he's better than Aguero. He's better than Vardy. I know Vardy won the Golden Boot, but Vardy takes penalties as well. Look at what Aubameyang did in a team that was 16th in chances created to be one off the Golden Boot despite not taking penalties. Put some respect on his name. And Arsenal, put his name on a contract and make him sign it. I need it. I'm going to be so broken if number 14 in a red shirt who brought home number 14 FA Cup title does not come back to Arsenal. Oh, it's going to be heartbreaking. Have you ever been in a situation where you're interested in a girl or a guy or whoever you may be interested in, and you know they're just like a little bit out of your league, and you keep asking yourself, why is this person still with me? Why is this person still talking to me? You kind of start doubting yourself a little bit. I've been there. And you just are thinking the whole time, like, how long is this really going to last? That's how I feel with Aubameyang right now. I need some certainty. I need to have the talk with Aubameyang. Edu, Salehi, have the talk. Arteta, have the talk with Aubameyang. Define the relationship. Because right now, I'm a little worried. I think he's got some other people that are commenting under his picks. I think he's got some other clubs maybe that are interested in him. And who wouldn't be? He's one of the best strikers in the world right now. We need to secure that deal because I'm feeling insecure about it. And if the woman of my dreams, who is Aubameyang, leaves, I'm going to be heartbroken. But he's won Arsenal a trophy, and that's where we stand now. A nice finish to a terrible season, but hopefully some things to look forward to for Arsenal and a lot of momentum going in the right direction. So thanks for watching the video. As I said before, comment who should be Arsenal's top transfer target. I really want to know what you guys think. Yeah, I've got a couple more Arsenal videos coming out soon. I'm working on a video about Mesut Ozil, and it's kind of a longer form piece on him, kind of breaking down what has gone wrong with him at Arsenal and what he could still offer to the club. I'm also going to do a season in review video coming hopefully sometime soon as well. So stay tuned for those. If you're new, subscribe. If you love Arsenal, subscribe. There's going to be more videos. Thank you all for the support. Giveaway coming soon. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.